walked through the difficulty of losing your memory. It's next to losing a part of your identity. And I'm a seminary student, so I have a little liturgy. "O God, in my forgetfulness, do not forget me." And this is a poem called "Remember Me." My memory is like a broken tape player that sounds like radio static, "Jesus Loves the Little Children," and "Young Volcano" being sung at the top of our lungs out the cab of my pickup truck going 70 miles an hour. My memory is like a glass shotgun. Fire the first round, there's a row of raspberry bushes and the family cat wandering, black and white, live and in color. Tick, 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 bite. Sends me to the sickbed. But I can't remember that. I can't remember much, actually, of my whole childhood, but we're gonna fire again, and the shotgun's shaking, and I can't seem to remember too much, but I gotta keep firing, and so the synapses keep firing, and so I go from the corner store where I stole a piece of gum when I was 3 years old, to graduating college, to my first high school party, to my first crush, to the last time I saw my mother, reflective, iridescent fragments of my past that function as both a mirror and a window. All as disjointed as these verses are, my memory is a game of roulette. The house always wins. Red, 19, I start taking anti-seizure medication to cure my depression. It doesn't. My grandfather comes to my house and I don't recognize him. Black, 22, I stop taking the medication, but the damage is already done. Black, 23, I cannot remember Christmas morning. I cannot remember any Christmas morning. I start writing. Red, 24. I keep writing these poems in a desperate attempt to cash in my winnings before it's too late, but the house always gives less than it takes. My memory is a hospice patient, and these poems are the heroic measure to hold off the inevitable. And I'm losing more of my past every day into the present. And in the future, all I may have are stories. But I want to tell them to you, so you can tell them back to me. And we'll weave a spider web of concurrence, thread the needle back and forth, call it my history. We'll make it beautiful. We'll talk about the good times, every single adventure I've gone through, and the bad, miserable, awful times too. We'll rehearse every bad date, every hole-in-the-wall restaurant with the greatest food, let me tell you. We'll talk about the craziest weddings, and that one time I accidentally almost punched a baby. I didn't, but I almost punched a baby, and we'll laugh, and we'll scream, and we'll sing, and we'll cry. We will cover this life in ink. And my history will be our shared tapestry. And I will relearn my own stories along with you. Let's make this poem a memory. Let's make this poem my memory. Thank you.